Welcome back to The Rundown. NBC News is pushing back at allegations it sought to impede reporting by two of its journalists on the alleged sexual misconduct of Hollywood mogul Harvey Weinstein. Now, Ronan Farrow won a Pulitzer Prize in public service for The New Yorker for his series of articles on Mr. Weinstein. But what prompted him to take it to The New Yorker? Well, the producer who worked closely with Mr. Farrow, Rich McHugh, has said he's now quit the network and is coming out saying that the NBC told the pair to stop working on the piece and, quote, stand down the story altogether. Now, let's bring in culture contributor Carmit Levite for further details. Carmit, great to have you with us. Now, the NBC is saying that these claims simply aren't true. First of all, tell us, how did this story come out? What are the details?
Well, it just happened that Rich McHugh, as you mentioned, the investigative producer for NBC News, he quit on the 17th of August, which was the day, a year to the day since he left with the story, Ronan Farrow, to the New Yorker. And he is saying that, as you said, they were working on this piece. They had, while they were working for 8 months on the sexual allegations against Harvey Weinstein, they actually started just by a piece on the casting couch, and that's how it ran down to. They had a credible rape allegation of a woman who was willing to say on camera she was raped by Harvey Weinstein. They had a tape with Ambra Batalini Gutierrez, who is the Filipino-Italian model, who had audio of Harvey Weinstein admitting that he groped her and others before her. And NBC said, no, this is not enough for us, and you should step down from the highest levels of NBC, and as you said, stand down and stand away from the story. Now, NBC, and after they left, Ronan Farrow left with the story, NBC's general counsel, Susan Weiner, made a series of phone calls threatening Ronan Farrow that he will smear his name if he carried on to the New Yorker. And not only that, Harvey Weinstein's lawyers called up Ronan Farrow, basically threatening him that NBC themselves gave them written assurances that they will not use any of the investigation they did for the 8 months on the New Yorker article.
Right. Carmit, I can remember when the story first broke, there were a lot of questions what happened at NBC. There's been a lot of speculation about that. Now it's coming out. What has been NBC's reaction to this?
Well, they actually issued a statement today. We have a quote for you. They say, the assertion that NBC tried to kill the Weinstein story while Ronan Farrow was at NBC News, or even more ludicrously, after he left NBC News, is an outright lie. They actually claim that Ronan Farrow and Rich McHugh didn't even have a victim or a witness for their story.
Now, I just want to bring in another big Me Too accusation outside the United States, in France.
Yes. Green Card, remember?
Gerard Depardieu. He's really France's top actor, basically.
Yes, he's one of the biggest actors in France, of course. He's done 180 films. He's now 69 years old. These allegations also came out this month by a 22-year-old French actress who claims that he raped her in one of his residences in Paris. She actually went to the south of France to make this accusation to the police in Bouches-du-Rhône. And the alleged crime, while it happened there, she knew Gerard Depardieu before the incident, and she is shocked by this incident. Of course, Gerard Depardieu and his lawyer are issuing statements that they are shocked by these allegations, and they are completely denying them.
Right. We continue to see claim after claim coming out after person of power after person of power.
Yeah.
Is this a hashtag Me Too movement empowering women to come out who obviously sit back for years and years too afraid to come out against people in power?
The Me Too campaign is just growing stronger and stronger, and I think that's why women are feeling a little bit more, well, I don't want to say at ease, but they're getting a sort of universal tap on the shoulder that it's okay to go to the police. And I find that it's connected to the last story as well, because Ronan Farrow himself was harassed for taking the story out. I mean, that's an harassment in itself. So coming forward with these stories, especially for Rich McHugh to say, I was bullied, I was harassed, I want to come out with my stories, is also a voice of a Me Too.
And it's starting to create this movement of men wanting to not be complicit in actually staying silent around
Exactly, and it's the men who need to encourage more than ever.
Okay, well, that's certainly true, and I'll take that. Carmit Levite, thank you for joining us.